Good morning.
Good morning.
I wasn't feeling the best yesterday. Now I feel a million times better. Feels so good.
He has recovered, and we're ready to take on the day.
The sickness did me well.
Yeah.
Says my baby. We got some lights put up outside. You guys will see all the hard work I did on the Crocker Life at some point. And I just say this. It's looking good.
It's looking good.
It's looking good.
We are sleeping with the door open because it's that weather already.
Yeah.
It's crazy. So when you just look out, you see it's a good vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Been going to sleep every night around 6:37, something like that. And so waking up at 5, sometimes even earlier, feel pretty refreshed and need all the energy we can get. So Danielle could be putting them framed up sections on the top of the barn by herself.
Yeah. So if you guys watch the Crocker video, we're talking about, obviously, that very top part. And I already knew this was going to be like a sketchy, very hard thing to do.
Yeah.
As we're starting to get it up there, it's getting worse and worse. Like, this is not going well. And then whenever I climbed up one side and tried to push it up, I literally could not lift it a centimeter. So I don't know how we're going to do this.
We need to work them arms out, baby.
I know. It's heavy. It's different lifting like this than like those muscles are different.
Yeah. We'll get it up there. It's not a big issue or anything. We've done way crazier, way heavier stuff. If y'all remember the tiny house at Shoot Dang Ranch, we had to lift up massive beams that we made, big old headers, and that was way, way crazier and heavier than this. And
I don't think it was heavier.
Shoot, it was. Those are big old, 2x12s.
Yeah.
And then with other boards in front, it was a lot. It was a lot. But people were saying, why didn't we just utilize the tractor and pick it up? There's a pretty big difference with a bucket than having forks. I think at this point, we're pretty much, we figured out we just need to invest in some forks for that bucket.
And
or for the front.
Too heavy for the tractor to kind of make it go?
Not for that.
Oh, okay.
That tractor can lift 1,600 pounds.
You telling me that's not 1,600 pounds?
In your mind.
It feels like it.
It can lift a hay bale. But I don't know if it would lift it high enough. It would have to lift it 9 feet up, and I'm not sure. It would get it closer than you could pull it up, but there's always a way to do things. And there's always a way to make it work. And on our channel, that's what we like to show. Show the struggle, show different ways to do something. It doesn't always have to be the right way or the traditional way. If it works, it works. And a lot of stuff with us, people are always like, well, I know you have this, but you should get this. Well, we want to show you that you can do it with this and don't have to go get that. Whatever the scenario may be. A lot of people, will always say stuff like that of, why don't you just go spend this money and do that? Well, not everyone has money to spend. And yes, we could probably go buy it and have it, but what is that really showing you guys of if you don't have it, just go spend money and make it happen that way? No, there's different ways to do things. And there's ways to get these up there safer and easier. Maybe not safer, maybe not easier, but we'll get them up there. And we'll show you guys that there are different ways to do things. And that's the thing that I guess with YouTube, when I used to just watch YouTube, I had no money no money, struggling, barely could pay bills, anything. And that was the whole point of, how do you build a house and live in a house for cheap? How do you do it on a budget, on an everyday budget? And there was a comment that I saw right before this, and it was the big shop video that we have at Shoot Dang Ranch is the biggest video we got, and the biggest questions or comments we get.
There's two comments.
What are they?
One is about the no insulation in the bird's nest.
Yeah, which that never didn't matter.
And then the second one, which is more than the insulation, is always about how we're privileged or some type of...
Got daddy's money, we got family money, we got whatever.
Basically...
Because people don't know us.
Yeah.
And they're just being like, well, not everyone could do that. You got to be...
It's like, we were doing that on a budget,
yeah.
too, which is funny.
And what we did was we built up off-grid property. We sold it. We used that money as a down payment to put on the new property.
Paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah. Plus money we had already saved because we knew we were trying to do something big. Mm-hmm. And then do all that, and then you do it slowly. You guys saw the shop build. We didn't do it extravagant. We didn't do anything crazy out there. Mm-hmm. We didn't do anything over the top. And someone had just commented and said, looks cool and all, but try to do it on a custodian's income. And it doesn't matter what job you have. It's how bad do you want it? Mm-hmm. How bad do you want this? And the thing is like, you have to learn how to sacrifice where you can sacrifice. It doesn't matter what money you have, because let's just say you have a profit, not how much money you make. It doesn't matter how much money you make. It matters how much money you spend a month. You can make $1 million a month, but if you spend $1 million a month, you're broke.
Yeah.
You can make $2,000 a month, but you only spend $1,000. You are technically richer than the person that makes $1 million a month. Mm-hmm. At least in my eyes, that's the way I see it.
Yeah.
Is that. So if you only have $1,000 a month, but you eat out 5 times a week, we're very bad about that. We do that sometimes.
We've gotten a little bit better. And
we've told ourselves we're not going to do that. We're not going to eat out all the time. It is convenient, and we are on the road all the time, so it makes it easy. Mm-hmm. But we've talked a lot health-wise. Maybe we need to be a little bit better. And then we do have stuff to pay for. We got everything around here. You know, it's a smart thing to do. Say you make $1,000 a month. Don't have cable. Don't have all the streaming services. Mm-hmm. Don't have...
Just make sure you have internet for YouTube.
Or just cell phone signal. You don't even need internet.
True.
There's ways to cut things out. Don't buy sodas. Don't buy alcohol. Don't buy cigarettes. Don't buy sweets. Don't buy new clothes all the time. Don't buy whatever. There's always a way to save money. And it's not how much money you make, it's how much money you save. And that's one thing with us. We could have paid someone to come put the barn up for us and done it. But why, when we can build it for a fraction of the price, save that money, use that saved money, and build something else, and then build something else? It's, what are you spending your money on? And it's things like that that a lot of people complain about. Try doing this on a custodial budget. Well, you can. It just may take longer. It took forever for me to get to that point. Forever. It's not like we just got together and was just like, let's go buy 60 acres. Let's build this thing out. No, it's like, what do we need to do to make this happen? And to make it happen, you got to save money.
Yeah, and we both just put in the work.
Yeah, and we physically did the work ourselves.
Yeah.
So it saves money, and we don't know what we're doing. But you figure it out. And the cool thing is I think a lot of you guys are watching my buddy Brandon do the four-wheeler, and it's looking fantastic.
It's crazy. It's so wild how good he's got it looking. I don't know. You guys need to, if you haven't watched, like the plastics blows my mind.
Biggest difference. It's crazy. And he stripped the motor down completely to nothing, cleaned it all up, did everything, and built it all back.
Yeah.
He had no knowledge in this. He wanted to learn. So he started learning, and that's living proof. He took a non-working four-wheeler that was very ugly, very beat up. He stripped it all the way down. He watched all these videos. He tried to educate himself on it, and he cleaned it up. He's rebuilt it. He's putting it all back together, and it's going to go from my age 38-year-old four-wheeler to looking brand new.
It's so cool.
Because he wanted it. And could easily go buy a brand new four-wheeler. But why? Why do that?
Yeah.
Why just, like, we're spending a couple $100 on a four-wheeler compared to a couple $1,000 buying a new one. If you want something, you make that sacrifice, you learn how to do things, and you figure it out. It's not always, well, I don't make a lot of money. That means you don't want it bad enough. Mm-hmm. You have a side hustle. You have something that you can do on the side to make a little bit extra money. We live in the world. This is just my opinion.
I think this whole channel is just your opinion.
It is, but I have to emphasize that.
Okay.
But we're in the time that is the easiest time ever to make money. Ever. But
it's the most expensive time.
It is. But you gotta make money to spend money. And everywhere you drive, there's a hiring sign. All over the internet, you can make money. You can make money on social media. You can make it on YouTube. You can sell stuff on Etsy. You could do these...
OF.
Whatever you need to do. It's literally the easiest time ever to make money, and it's the laziest amount of people I've ever seen in my entire existence. It's insane. People would rather go without than work. But the people that go without and don't want to work are the loudest complainers.
Oh, yeah.
And again, this may make some people mad, but at the end of the day, if it makes you mad, maybe you need to start thinking differently. We're not saying these things to make people mad. It's just more of, we have a big saying, you can either be lazy and complain. You can either be lazy or you can be a complainer, but you can't be both. Yeah. You can't be lazy and complain that you don't have what you want. You can work hard and complain, or you can be lazy. You can't be lazy and complain. It's just, it doesn't work that way, because you can if you want, but you ain't going to get anywhere. So, in our eyes...
It's going to annoy us, I guess.
Yeah. But in our eyes, and this even comes for us, it's, look, either we're going to be lazy, and you're going to get lazy, and that's just the way it is.
But
deal with
it. Yeah, we can't complain about anything.
Or you can work hard, and you can complain a little bit, or you work hard and complain, but then you can't be lazy. There's just so many variables of it that,
it's basically also, you're making your bed, you gotta lay in it. It all kind of ties together a little bit.
Yeah.
If you're lazy, you gotta lay in that bed, you can't complain about your life. Yeah.
And, people too, it's like, it's funny because they don't even know the backstory. You're lucky, or you got daddy's money, or whatever. I started in a tent on a free piece of property that couldn't be sold. It was literally a piece of property that they tried to sell over and over and over, and no one would buy it. So they said, if you want it, here it is for free. We'll make a deal.
About YouTube.
Yeah, a YouTube deal. Don't really need to go into details on that, but, we'll make this deal, and then it's yours. We'll sign it over and everything. So I took this unwanted, unused, very rough property, built it up, and then sold it, used that money, bought something else. So you have to sometimes...
use that money.
And we bought something else. Not that we were planning that, but that's how it worked.
I told Jason, I was like, I wonder if you should do a time lapse. It's like
basically all of Oklahoma.
4-year time lapse, but how do you make that into 45 minutes? It would be crazy. From tent to this.
Yeah. From tent to camper.
Yeah. I guess maybe it would be once the house is
yeah, it would have to be once this is done.
Yeah, because it all it does all like tie together.
Everything's linked.
But, oh.
It'd be hard to do just because the footage. I don't know if I have all the footage anymore, but it would be an interesting story.
That would be a lot to have to go through too.
Yeah, it'd be an interesting story and it'd be cool, even just for myself to have. I think it'd be cool. But that's the thing too, is a lot of people want to say that, like, oh, you know, blah blah blah. Well, I was technically homeless for a very long time. I lived out of a tent.
Whenever we first started dating, my friends were like, so, like, is he homeless? I'm like, I don't know, I guess.
I chose to be homeless. But that's truly the thing is, like, everyone that's complaining would never do what I did. And I know it's going to be another narcissist, Jason brags about himself thing, but it's not. There's a lot of people out there that do it, but it's all those people that complain or say someone's lucky or, you know, that daddy's money or whatever they may say, they would never sacrifice like that. They would never. They'd be like, what do you mean you want me to live in a tent? No, I need to live in this house or apartment with my Netflix and DirecTV and you know, my beer and cigarettes and whatever it may be. You know, they will literally say that over and over and over, but they would never live that lifestyle to get where they want to be. And if you want something that someone else doesn't have, you just do what that person won't do, and you'll get it. I mean, literally, you got two people at a job that want the promotion, and you're just doing the same thing. Well, you do that one thing that person doesn't want to do, it's going to set you above, and the company's going to be like, oh, this person's willing to go that extra mile. Boom, you'll get it. You know, just different things like that. It's just, again, you can either be lazy or you can complain. You can't be both at the same time, because then you're definitely just going downhill. That is the complete opposite of this. You're grabbing both and then going down. It's just crazy to me when people will say stuff like that, and it makes us. We said some of the biggest compliments we've ever gotten was either, oh, you had daddy's money, you did this, and it's like, you know, people talking trash trying to say that we had like a handout or something. That's like a huge compliment to us, because it's like, no, we didn't, but look what you think we had to have to get this.
Yeah, we started from nothing.
And then a lot of people will say stuff, you know, like, y'all had to buy subscribers and views. No, but thank you. That really makes us feel good, because we didn't. And it, you know, so when people say these they try to be like derogatory or whatever, they're trying to be mean to you, they're trying to say these certain things.
It's actually a compliment.
And it's the biggest compliment you can have, because it's like, the reality is it's the complete opposite.
It's just us.
It's us wanting something and getting out there and doing it. And, you know, some days we work harder than others, some days we work faster than others, some days, you know, whatever, but every day we're making progress, and we can physically see it. And we're living it, and there's absolutely no reason, other than maybe some crazy health issues, that everyone out there, you should be able to do it if you want. And I'm on Facebook Market all the time. You could find cheap pieces of land. There's many pieces of property that I physically see with my own eyes for $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, and they're owner finance, or
so you only have to pay
couple $100 down, and you know, a lot of them are even like $100 a month.
Mm-hmm.
You can leave your house and go stay in an RV park for a little bit. There's always a way to get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
How bad do you want it? And that's why, again, one of the big saying is, you know, if you want something bad enough, you'll make it happen, and you'll make those sacrifices, you'll do what you got to do. And we're in that spot right now with putting those boards up on top of the barn. And we're going to show you guys, if you want something bad enough, even if you don't have the correct tools or whatever.
Or the strength.
Yeah, like, there are ways to make it happen, and we're going to show you that. We're going to show you that it is very possible.
I don't know how we're going to do the middle part, because we won't be able to lean it.
Maybe I got you.
We'll figure it out.
I got it in my head. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
If there's one thing about me,
that you look good in blue?
Yeah, and I can rig something up to work. And I come up with some crazy ideas.
And that you need a haircut.
I do. I went to go get a haircut. They were booked up. So I tried. So, all right, guys. If you make this far, comment down below. Get a haircut. All right, guys. Bye.